I'll try and get these videos out a little bit more consistently.
Oh, let's go! That's class!
I'll try and get these videos out a little bit more consistently.
You serious?
Hey guys, Sir Rosberg back at it again for another video, and it has been a very, very long time since I've said those words. But we are here for an F1 24 hot lap and setup. Yeah, it's been a while. We're going to pretend like that nearly 5-year gap didn't happen. We're just going to jump straight into some F1 24 gameplay on the controller, because we all know that F1 24 is a perfect game with no issues whatsoever. There are actually going to be 2 laps in this video. I have one that is without a setup, and then I have another another lap with the setup. So this is the no setup lap. This is just a default setup. I'm not actually sure which preset it was. I think it was extra downforce. Anyway, flying it into turn 1, taking a lot of the curb on the inside, slowing it down to 3rd gear for turn 2, still taking quite a bit of curb. As you can see, a little bit of chronic understeer, like I'm steering the fucking Titanic through turn 3 and 4 into turn 5. It's actually been a pretty decent first sector. Break it down into turn 6, a little bit past the 100 meter board, drifted in a little bit, plant the power in 3rd gear, up to 5th, through into 6th. You want to rev out 6th gear, because 7th gear will just bog you down. Be as close to the curb as possible, and then as wide an entry as possible to have as little steering lock as possible. Through the double left, planting the power is quite easy flat. I know in the last games it was a little bit of a challenge. Braking just after the 100 meter board to turn in, slightly miss the curb, but it's not so bad. Just balance the throttle out in 3rd gear, 4th gear. You can kind of rev it out in 4th gear, but I sometimes do, sometimes don't. Into 5th, we are nearly 3/10 up on this lap, and we are looking for a 30.6, which would be a pretty solid little lap. Into the hairpin, you're going to be wanting to brake at the 100 meter board, taking a bit of the curb on the outside. Drifted in 2nd gear, 3rd gear, decent exit. Final corner, just at the 50 meter board, you want to brake and turn in. Messy-ish exit. Not so bad though, across the line for a 30.5. That's with no setup. So I was quite pleased with that. That was the fastest lap on Xbox with no setup. As you can see, I'm going to go through that now. I'm top 650, I think, in the world with that lap, and 83rd on Xbox, which is what I'm going to be prioritizing because PCs and PS is full of sweats. 83rd, top no setup runner. So I'll take that as a world record personally, but anyway, we're going to make that completely irrelevant now. This is the lap that we're all kind of waiting to see. Sir Rosberg in his element, absolutely not in his element, with a setup on in-time trial, going for the fastest lap you can possibly go for. Into turn 1, turn in, don't take too much of that curb because you will just spin with the setup. 3rd gear for turn 2, take a bit of curb here, didn't get the turn-in point correct there. Plant the throttle in 3rd gear because realistically the line doesn't really matter. It's just by burying the throttle into the hairpin. You're going to want to brake up after the 100 meter board, drift it in like you're playing Mario Kart, but if Mario Kart had bad handling. 5th gear, 6th gear, you want to kind of do the same thing as you did on the no setup lap. Don't touch the curb because, like I said, they will just spin you. 6th gear, 5th gear, keep the power planted. Downshift into 3rd gear, drift it through. 4th gear, plant the power. Still the double left, not so much of a challenge on this game. Coming into this corner, you're going to want to brake after the 100 meter board. Turn in a little bit, try and mount a little bit of the curb. You want to balance the car out in 3rd gear, 4th gear. Try not to take that outside curb like I did. 5th gear now. Out of the snail section, you want to be as close to that curb as possible, just to straighten out the car, I suppose. Into the hairpin, you're going to want to brake at the 100 meter board, not too late so that it completely ruins your run. 2nd gear to get the car drifted through, straighten it up as soon as you can into 3rd gear for the extra traction. Into the final corner, slip it in, 5th gear, little bit messy at the 50-meter board, but we cross the line and it's a 29.7. Okay-ish lap, not too bad. Definitely a few tenths in there anyway. Of course, nowhere near the world record on Xbox, that is, with a 28.8. Did I read that correct? Yes, 28.8. I'm not an idiot, but well, the world record on PC is a 28.8, but on Xbox it was a 29.3, and P9 on Xbox, decent-ish lap, albeit still learning the game. As you can see, I'll be going through the setup anyway. Well, I won't be, but I'll be scrolling through the setup because, honestly, I don't really know how setups work on this game, so I'm completely useless in that aspect. You might want to wait for an F1 Esports driver to talk about that. But yeah, that's it. That is the lap. That is Cyril Rosberg's comeback, I suppose. As you can see, I'm just looking at my sectors compared to a lap that I did that was invalid, which was a little bit faster, but it was mostly, well, it was just in the last sector because I messed that up a little bit with the final corner. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this video. But yeah, those are the sectors. 4 tenths off the world record. I will try and upload a bit more frequently, but I won't be making that a promise like I did last time. Who knows what kind of content I'll come up with. Hopefully, as long as it's something that I want to do and I want to enjoy making, then I'll make it. If I feel like sweating more tracks, I'll sweat more tracks, and you guys might get some more content that way. But let's hope that by then F1 have fixed the handling, especially for the pad, because the chronic understeer and the car just like not turning past 80 degrees on the pad is ridiculous. But we shall see. Anyway guys, I'm going to call it there. Thank you for watching. Like if you've enjoyed, subscribe if you're new to the Cyril Rosberg channel for more, potentially, F124 content, and I will see you guys in the next video, maybe. Cheers.